man is God's habitation, where God decides to put his totality in. The reason God created you the way he did was not because he wanted to be creative. The reason he created you the way you are is because every part of you represents something in the glory. The ultimate manifestation of Jesus was not a miracle. The ultimate manifestation of Jesus was the fact that he could host the fullness of God. In Colossians chapter 2 verse 9, it said he pleased the Father. Now, if you are wondering why he said, this is my beloved son, in whom I'm well pleased, this is the foundation. He pleased the Father that in him should all the fullness of the Godhead should dwell bodily. Jesus was the full manifestation of the glory and of the brightness of God. The job of the apostle is to mentor the believer into the fullness, because if you get into the fullness, sickness does not exist there. If you get into the fullness, poverty does not exist there. It said to mentor. The word is katatismos. It means to equip you with light until you become a custodian and a manifesto of the fullness of God. That's why I said, henceforth, not being tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine, but we will come into the fullness of the measure of the stature of Christ. So when you find a believer should be a replica of Jesus. If you find a believer that you can distinguish between him and Christ, he has not come into the fullness. The idea behind the fullness is to mass express God. So when you come to church, you find God sitting. When you go to the market, you find custodians carrying dimensions of God, walking on the street. This is why Christianity is not another religion. When I see you, I want to see the first dimension of Christ that radiates. That's why I say lay hands on the sick. Your hand is a symbol of power.